or something.
That was so funny. That was hilarious.
It's like, are you okay, bud? I was like,
Oh,
yeah, I'm fine.
the bud was unnecessary.
Yeah, honestly. I didn't understand why what I had said, like, ruffled feathers. I don't know.
I don't think it ruffled feathers. I just thought it was funny.
And then that guy, the one guy that responded is like a former football player at Maryland.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I don't know why he follows me. Because I think I followed him first. And then
That's hilarious.
I guess he was like, this guy's kind of cool. That was the most action my tweets have gotten in a while. No, the John Rothstein one. Way more action than that. It's pretty awesome.
I just know I do them.
Huh?
I said most of these things I just know I do, but I still have a pet peeve.
Yeah, I was looking at the list and I was like, that annoys people? I do that.
Oh, check YouTube while we're chilling here. How is that a pet peeve? Saying no offense after someone says something insulting. It's not a pet peeve. Come on.
I don't like it. I wouldn't say it's a pet peeve of mine, though. I feel like also no one says that seriously anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why is it not coming up? Where's our live stream?
It should be up. Oh wait, I exit.
Says it's up.
No, I
Yeah,
exit
here it
out
is.
of it. It shouldn't be up. Is it? I guess
Yeah,
it
we're
is.
streaming.
Oh, I didn't know I didn't have to be on YouTube for it to be streaming.
All right, shush for a second so I can hear this.
Well, am I not the one that's supposed to be you're listening to?
Yeah, but quiet. It's on a delay, so you stop talking. I'm quiet, actually.
All right, cause that's why I put you down a lot, like a way.
Okay. I had my laptop on full volume and like I can barely hear myself.
All right, that's fine.
And you're relatively quiet too.
All right, that's fine. The issue is like you have 3 audio captures that all.
Oh, I forgot that I had this putty.
How do I get rid of these? All right, check it out now. Why the fuck is yours going all the way, but mine's not? How does it sound?
Hang on.
Because for some reason you have like 3 audio boxes that all connect to you. I don't know how to freaking get rid of that. Hello. Alright, so now I have 2. Is it any louder? And I could switch that too.
I think you're still a little bit quieter than I am.
I can't turn up my volume anymore. This is so retarded. All right.
I mean, you're not like bad. Yeah, I think you sound fine.
In comparison to you, though?
Let me wait a second for me to talk. I think just the sound quality is a little bit different. I think you fine. Mine's less smooth.
Yeah, probably because you have 3 fucking things going against you. This is so stupid. I don't know. We really need someone to, like, do a podcast lesson on us.
I need to get an actual mic too.
We just need to figure out, like, what we're doing. Because I don't know why it's so fucking retarded. No, I didn't want that.
I hope nobody's watching yet.
I mean, no one told anyone to watch, so that's on them.
Because this is the worst.
Well, I mean, we're not.
Free episode ever, I think.
Yeah, because this is so dumb. Alright, settings. No, I don't want settings of just that one. I want settings of all of them. Alright, I guess we're dealing with it right now. If we
It was fine the last I listened.
Alright, word.
Alright, so are we ready to go?
Yep. I'm good.
What do we have? Just week 8?
And then NFL trade deadline. Yay.
Yeah, a lot happened.
Whippy. Literally, we just have Von Miller, and that's about it.
I was about to say, I can't think of anything else. Almost Mitch.
I know. If Mitch
was sad.
That was sad. We could talk some baseball, Brad.
Okay.
I've been watching the World Series.
Good.
Or at least, I watched the last 2 games. I couldn't watch in the other ones. I was at camp.
Yeah, I'm stressed out about the World Series.
Can't have the Astros win.
That's the opposite of how I feel.
You don't want the Braves? Oh, because you're a Phillies fan.
Can't stand the Braves.
All right. Damn.
And Mattress Mac. Have you seen Mattress Mac?
No.
He's this guy. He owns a mattress store in Houston, and he bet like a lot of money on the Astros, and during the summer to win the World Series, he stands to win like $34 million if they win.
Holy crap!
And he's gonna like give out mattresses.
That's pretty funny. All right, let me tell the world that we're finally starting.
All right, yeah, I'll post something on Instagram. Oh, at the dining hall earlier, I was with both Kevins, and me and Tang were talking about the website. Somehow it came up, and then everyone at our table went to go look at our website, and so Seabert goes on our Instagram, and he was like, "Oh, good to see you guys are still following me," and I was like, "Oh, let's
change
that."
Yeah. God damn.
He was not very happy about that.
Did you do it in front of him?
Yeah, well, I just kind of like muttered it and pulled out my phone, and he just gave me this look, and I was like, "What?" He's like, "Are you going to unfollow me?" And I was like, "No, of course not." Like, why would I do that?
All right, let's get this show on the road. It's
But yeah,
about
I will
damn
be
time.
unfollowing him right now.
God, what? I hate my lighting. I hate everything.
You look like you're in like black and white on the YouTube almost.
I don't know why it's like this. I have a lamp that's to me. I have an overhead light on. All right, I'm trying my best. Let's get back in
You
here.
look fine.
Thanks, Chris.
Welcome.
Let's start recording. All right, we're gonna get this show on the road in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys Podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
It is great to be back.
You're telling me. It
Been
is
a while.
great to be back. Been a whole week, just taking care of stuff. I would like to say that, officially initiated into the TDX Brotherhood. So I will have you having a rival flag right there, right where I'll move the Patriots one somewhere else. I'll have it right behind the setup, so we're not supporting yours the whole time. Anyways, finally done that. That was a fun experience. Glad to be back though. And since we're coming back, I had to come back with the Wiseman jersey on. Can't really see it, but you had to rock the Wiseman while I'm here.
Is the Wiseman back yet?
I have no idea. I keep thinking that he's gonna be back, and I've never seen anything about him being back. So I guess he's not back. Let's hop right into it. The NFL trade deadline came today, and that's got to be the most overrated thing ever each year. The NBA trade
I don't think it even is at this
NFL,
point. Like, I think people acknowledge that nothing happens.
I guess, but like, there's just all day of all these rumors that just never happen. And this one was specifically annoying because the Deshaun Watson stuff has never gone away.
Right.
It never left. There was always rumors, and now it's like, well, it could happen today. And then it's like, all of a sudden, it's just like, actually, nothing's happening. He's just going to get paid by the Texans, and the Texans are the worst organization of all time.
I need to drop him again in fantasy because he's now taking up a roster spot.
Yeah, I saw you.
As soon as I saw the report, like Miami was closing in, I scooped him up. I was like, I need some help in fantasy. I need some trade bait, but yeah.
I saw that when I was looking at your team. I was like, it's a wise pickup in case he does get
traded.
But
my team is not good.
No, your team's rough.
It's rough.
Anyways, the trade deadline sucks. There's no besides Von Miller, like that. But the trade deadline stuff never happens on the Tuesday of trade deadline. The Tuesday of trade deadline is never anything exciting.
No, it's the opposite of other sports where like everything's coming down to the wire at like 4:00. There's moves coming in last minute. The NFL, I mean, really, just trades aren't common in general, and that just carries over the trade deadline. I don't know why people make it a big deal. I have never cared about it because nothing happens. But I did think we were going to get Mitch for a second.
Yeah, if the football team got Mitch, if Washington got Mitch, it would be electric. I would buy a jersey. I would buy.
I think I would have to buy a jersey.
All right, just before we get any more in here, where are we going? All right, I'm making sure that the audio is good. The comments say it thinks it's pretty good, so I think we're good. Anyways. Oh, and yes, the mullet and mustache, they're gone. Left my face the second I could. Anyways, back to Von Miller, the biggest move of the trade deadline.
Lost your audio for a second. It wouldn't be a true Wise Guys episode if there was some audio disaster.
This is ridiculous.
Especially if there we go.
This is actually ridiculous. What the heck? It just randomly just said, "Oh, your thing just disconnected," for no reason. Can you still? All right. Anyways,
you're good now.
What I was saying is that we already predicted them to win the Super Bowl, and this just adds on to it. Like, I feel like they're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. They have the team, and they're playing like they're trading and doing moves like they're winning the Super Bowl this year.
Yep. And it's just another example of the Rams literally not caring about their picks. Although this time it's not even first round picks. It's just like second day picks, which are even less valuable.
Well, and
You get a guy like Von Miller.
what's the point of picks if you're winning Super Bowls, baby? If you're winning Super Bowls, there's no point of those picks. And
Yeah, if you get a ring, then every move that you made, like, there's a defense for it because you have the ring.
Yeah, once you get the ring, everything's forgiven. So I mean, I like what they're doing. I think it's a different way to approach it. It's like that guy that can never develop players in Madden, so he just trades for all the ones that are already 90 overall. That's literally what they're doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're like, hey, you know what? Why take a shot in the dark when we can just win now? And
they've
the right
been
move.
the top team for like 4 years now.
It's the right move, and it's a second and a third. But if they win the Super Bowl, it might as well be a third and a fourth.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So that's all I got on that one, and good for the Broncos. Like they weren't going to pay him. He's older. They're not a winning team, and they got second and third round pick for him. So good job. I think good
I
trade
would
all
have
around.
liked to see Landon Collins get moved.
Yeah, there was some.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, there. You want to talk about your team for a little bit?
I have nothing to say. I don't. I'm like,
I texted
this
you.
is the most disinterested I've been in my life, I think.
I texted you and I was like, "You guys lost to the Broncos."
And what did I say?
You said you were like, I don't remember. I think you just said I don't even care anymore. I think that's what you
I
said.
don't. It might as well have been a bye week. It's that bad.
Dude,
And it's sad because I would rather be in a bad mood on Monday morning because my team lost than be like, who cares?
That's always the worst.
With everything going on, like they clearly haven't, the culture hasn't changed at all. So it's just sad. And that was like my last straw almost.
You can't lose.
I watched a little bit. I know. What do you want me to say?
No, nothing. It's like, I don't know, you're not out there.
I'll be all in again when they draft a quarterback this summer.
And of course, man, and who do you? I don't know. Is there anyone you're eyeing up?
I don't know. I've seen Matt Corral on Twitter, or Corral, I think is how you pronounce it. He seems cool. I guess, but like I don't know anything. I don't really know anything about it. I haven't started watching film yet because all my energy is elsewhere.
Is it in Capital One Arena? Is that where your energy is?
It's all in Capital One Arena.
Dude, I might end up like you with the football team with me and the Celtics because we'll talk about basketball later. But man, that team sucks. Anyways, yeah, there's nothing. There's really nothing you could say. I don't know. Like Heineke's not the guy. You should why is Marcus Mariota still on the Raiders? Why is Cam Newton still a free agent? Why is Mitch Trubisky on the backup? Like, because clearly, Heineke's just out there chucking it. He's not good, and it sucks because it's like it was a great story. He had his playoff game that they didn't even win. By the way, people seem to forget that. They forget that they didn't even win it. But yeah, that sucks. But anyways. Big day for other backup quarterbacks, including the next GOAT, Mike White.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened in this game, to be completely honest.
I don't know either. Like, who would have expected that?
Where did Mike White come from?
He got drafted by the Cowboys 2 years ago, apparently, and has been floating around.
Usually backup quarterbacks that pop up, I know. Like Trevor Siemian. I was like, oh yeah, I know Trevor Siemian. Geno Smith. This guy literally just appeared out of nowhere and threw for 400 yards.
Yeah, he's been in the league for 4 years.
1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah.
So that made no sense to me. But good for him. Good for the Jets for getting another win.
You know what's funny? I hope he's the core. I hope he beats out Zach Wilson.
That would be funny. Well, I think Zach Wilson isn't good.
I never thought he was good. So if Mike White's good, hell. The Jets need some. And it's funny, I don't think the Jets fans would care either. Why would they?
No, as long as
As long
somebody.
as they have someone throwing. Like, the last Jets quarterback to threw for 400 yards was like, it was, I don't know what the exact stat is, but it was a long time ago.
Mm.
A long, long time ago. So, I don't know what to say. I guess, good for the Jets. And even though they're technically a division rival, I think I've said this on the pod. I mean, I'm never, like, unless it's into Patriots, I'm not going to root against the Jets because they don't ever win. So I have no reason to root against them. So go ahead. Go Jets. That'd be sick. Mike White. That'd be awesome.
Hope they beat you guys.
Well, too late.
Like,
We already swept them.
100 yards.
Nope. We already swept them
Yeah,
this
awesome.
year. Too bad. Doesn't happen. Anyways, my team. Speaking of my team, they're back. Pats are back.
You are back.
Pats are back.
I thought the Chargers were gonna give it to you guys this week, but I was wrong about that.
Yeah, I guess we should mention we didn't have wise picks this week. That means we couldn't have had an abysmal week. So
I was up on the day actually though, so just for whatever that's worth.
all right.
Just saying.
Anyways, this team still. I do think the Patriots still have some problems. I'm glad they didn't trade for a wide receiver or anything stupid at the trade deadline, but I don't know. They're playing well, so that's cool. That's all I can ask for, right?
You feeling playoffs now?
Am I back on the playoff train?
Is it no more moral victories?
Look,
You hit
hey.
that point now?
If we're getting to the point where there's actually no more victories, playoffs are in our future. But we just got to keep these wins up. I don't know how sustainable this is, but I feel like this is a good Chargers team. So
Yeah, I did too.
and then I'm looking at it now. Then they just blew it to the Ravens and then blew it to the Pats. They're a weird team.
They are a weird team, but that's nothing new.
No, yeah, that's a Chargers
Thought
team.
that it was a new Chargers team, but I guess it's not. It's
No, it
just
never
the
is.
same old. You never know what you're gonna get. I finished 9-8.
Probably will finish 9-8, but at least their division rival Chiefs are dog shit. They're terrible.
Yeah, they're not good.
And you know what's funny? I was listening to Colin Cowherd today. I just had him on the TV while I was doing homework, and he actually had a good point where he was like, "Look, you go to these things like he's like in life you have these things where, you just assume it's good because you've been to it many times and it's good, but you just gotta accept these Chiefs aren't good.
Mm-hmm.
They can't move the ball. Travis Kelce's no longer wide open every 5 yard. I mean every play. So, and they've showed the league what to do. So now the league knows how to stop it.
That analogy made no sense.
What are you talking about?
Coward that like
No,
sometimes
like if it's
there
like
are good things that sometimes that end up not being that good.
no, like
Like
anymore. Like if there's like a, I don't know, yeah, like if there's something that you're nostalgic to and you remember it being very good, sometimes you just gotta accept that it's not. If it's no longer good, that's what it really meant. It's Cowherd anyways, so you know how it is. Cowherd,
Yeah.
he's a different breed, but anyways, yeah, this Chiefs team is bad, and the only thing you gotta say is that the Giants are way worse. The Giants,
Yeah, Giants are
Giants are
atrocious.
terrible. That's all. Like what else? That timeout call where I'm watching Peyton Manning literally tell like, you have to take a timeout right here. What the hell are they doing? And I was like, at first I didn't get it because like sometimes the time stuff confuses me. But then I was thinking about it. And I was like, yeah, this guy's an absolute buffoon. He just wasted like 50 seconds for no reason. And then,
Yeah,
of course,
they are not a good team.
and the game ended the most predictable way possible. Daniel Jones just taking a sack he could not have taken. Like, that was the most predictable way to end it. When they were driving down, I
It
was
was
like,
like he's actually having a decent game. They're in position to beat a good team, and then everything falls apart.
And Peyton said it. Peyton was like, man, Eli, you just can't take a sack here. And the second he said that, I was like, they're taking a
Here
massive
he
sack.
comes.
And
Yep. Because that's who he is.
Yes, it is Daniel Jones.
Take sacks.
God, he's a bad. Yeah, he's another one where it's just like, can he just go away? He stinks.
Giants Twitter was a mess last night.
Giants Twitter.
People just complain like
The
Chiefs just
last
kept
thing I care
handing us
about.
the game, and we wouldn't take it.
The last thing
No,
I
I
care about
love
is
it.
Giants Twitter.
I love being on opposing teams' Twitters when they lose, because all the fans just so upset, and I'm so happy. Because that at this point, that's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting against the Giants. I'm rooting against the Cowboys, and the Ravens. I guess the Eagles. I mean, I guess the Eagles too. Yeah, but
I guess I mean, the Thursday night game we never got to talk about. I guess good for the Packers. They
I saw that one coming.
Yeah.
So-
No. I thought about it too. I was like, there's no way. It's a big letdown game for the Cardinals, and you know who we've been saying haven't been good the whole time? The Cardinals.
It's time. I was just looking at the board for next week. They get the 49ers again. It's a pick 'em.
Well, you know who's starting?
Oh.
Colt McCoy.
Oh, is he actually?
Yes, Colt McCoy is
Oh,
starting
okay, I didn't know that.
for the
That would
Cardinals.
explain it then.
Um,
That would be fun. I can't bet against them that week then.
yeah, I know you can't pick against Colt. I don't know what other games
Miss
like
Colt.
there. I feel like none of the games like they were close, but they weren't very interesting. There's a lot of just like sloppy games out here. Lions might never win a game.
See,
They'd be the first to go 0 and
that was
17.
depressing.
This was their week. The Eagles, I don't think, are a good team.
No,
I'm looking at their
they
schedule.
still just got obliterated.
Oh, they're going 0 and 17. I'm looking at their schedule now.
No, they have to win.
There's
game.
not their only hope is against the Broncos.
I think they could beat the Steelers. I think they could beat the. No, that's on Thanksgiving. They'll lose that.
Yeah, but look what we've been saying.
Broncos. They
Every
could beat.
week we're like, oh.
Vikings. They could beat. Falcons. They could beat. They gotta win one. For some reason, I still don't think that they're that bad.
I think once they
They're
lost,
0-8.
once they lost off back-to-back 50-yard field goals, I think that was it. That was the nail in the coffin. I think they're officially going 0 and 17. I feel bad.
That's it's
for
very
Dan,
possible.
though. I feel bad for
I
Dan.
do too, but like if you go 0 and 17, he has to be
Some of the
fired,
right? No, it's his first year. You can't go 0 and 17.
Yeah,
your first
I don't
year.
care if it's your first year or not. You can't go 0 and 17.
He got
ever.
inherited with that crappy team though.
So did David Culley, and the Texans won their first game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but at least they.
No.
I guess we're saying Tyrod's better than Goff now. Because I was about to say at least they had Tyrod.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Davis looked good today. Speaking of
Davis
Texans.
did not look good actually
Well,
until the
all
fourth
right.
quarter.
Oh, I didn't watch the game. You caught me.
They were
I
down
didn't watch the game.
38-0 after
Oh,
3
I'm looking
quarters.
at that right now. Oh wow, that did look terrible.
Great cover by Davis though, because I think it was 16.
Hey, great teams cover.
It's true.
Great teams cover. And 310 yards is nothing to bat an eye. I have no idea how he played in the first 3 quarters, but I'm guessing that all
they
came from
scored
that.
0 points.
So probably not very
Couldn't
good.
have been that
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Bucks Saints game. I think it's just the Saints kind of have Tom Brady's number besides the playoffs.
The dome.
I think it is. Besides the playoffs, where the
Change in the dome.
Things-
Yes, then it doesn't matter.
yeah, because it's the Saints in the playoffs. That's why.
Right.
And good for Trevor Siemian.
I forgot that he existed. And then I was like, who could the Saints winger be? Because I was like, well, Taysom's still out, so they can't throw him in there. But Sean Payton is probably so sad
I know
now.
he is probably.
He's like,
so sad.
finally, I have an excuse to play Taysom
I
whole
feel
game again.
I feel bad for Jameis. Like very bad
I do
for
too.
Jameis. Do you see him dancing in the locker room with his crutches? One of the greatest videos of all time is him dancing in that locker room.
It might be better to see him like on the sideline than it was to see him play.
You just think it would be funnier?
Well, because he wasn't like incredible this year.
I know, but
He wasn't as fun to watch as he was on the Bucks.
That's true. I just want to see him out there. Just want to see him sling it. Love that kid. All right. Well, what else we got?
Colts Titans.
Oh, that was a good game. I did pay attention to that game. That was a good game.
That was a
Wentz
classic
stinks.
like AFC South.
Oh,
Both teams are like
AFC South
kind of
slugfest.
mediocre. Yeah, it's just weird stuff going on. Carson Wentz, that interception that he threw at the end of the game or the end of the fourth quarter was one of the worst interceptions that I've ever seen.
Oh, that was terrible. That was absolutely awful. It was right in the end zone. It was either that or a safety, pretty much. But throw it out of bounds if you can.
Well, and just the way he throws it, it was like a shuffle pass like that, and he did the same thing last week against the 49ers, where it was just like, oh no, I'm getting sacked, and just toss the ball up and hope for the best.
He's a
And he
dummy.
just never learned.
He's a freaking dummy. Hey, I hate watching him.
I love watching him. I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
He's so entertaining.
no, I think he's such a boob. Yeah, he's such
He
an
also-
unlikable person.
The other thing that I noticed about him is that I feel like he just deliberately throws the ball downfield in attempt to get pass interference calls.
Oh, he's the new Joe Flacco.
Like, he has no interest in completing a pass downfield.
No,
He just
not
wants
at
his
all.
guy to
He
get
just wants
lit up
his-
and
yes.
take a PI.
He is the
And
new.
against the 49ers, it worked.
The
This
Titans have
week,
worked a
not
little
so
bit
much.
too. They had a ton of yards on penalties, but didn't work enough.
Yeah.
The Browns.
Eric Henry being out sucks.
Oh yeah, let's talk about
He's
that.
so fun to watch.
That does suck. I'm
I don't
excited
know
to
what they're
see
gonna do.
Adrian Peterson come in, but
Mhm.
I mean that's their whole offense. I just don't
There's
have
a
faith
point.
in Tannehill.
There's a point where Peterson's like done, right?
I
Where
don't
he
know.
doesn't come in
We'll
and
see.
surprise people.
We'll see.
There's gotta be the time, but I don't. Well, yeah,
Apparently he kept his
We'll
legs
see.
fresh. He's ready.
that's what I heard.
The
I don't know if I believe it.
man, I just don't know what to do with them because I feel like it's pretty much their whole offense. But then there's like so many sabermetrics of like Tannehill's actually really good. And it's like I just don't like he doesn't
not.
pass the eye test.
No, he doesn't.
The
And if
eye
he
t-
was really good, then they would win in the playoffs.
you got a good point. You got a good point.
That's my opinion on it.
Well now they're not gonna be able to win in the regular season either because they don't have Derrick Henry. So yeah, I kind of feel bad for the Titans though because they were doing well. They're getting their stuff.
Yeah,
going.
we thought that they sucked earlier in the year, like they lost to the Jets, and then
And they came back and they
win
showed
against
us
the
what
Bills,
for. Yeah.
rolled the Chiefs. I thought this week even was going to be a letdown game for them. They somehow pulled that off. But you
Yeah.
lose your best player. That's not.
It's not
good for
ideal.
anybody.
Not ideal. And they came back from 14-0 like immediately.
Hmm
It's 14-0 immediately. The Browns. I'm tired of the Browns. The Browns
Yep.
are got to be my least favorite team.
Browns aren't good anymore.
No, and
I
I'm
was kind
tired.
of giving them the benefit of the doubt, but no.
And I'm tired of hearing everything about the Browns. Everything about the Browns is so like, oh, woe is me. Oh, OBJ's upset again. I don't give a shit, all right? Win some football games. How about that? Oh, I don't know if I want to pay Baker. It's like, all right, how about that? He plays and wins games, and then you can pay him. Because, God, these guys are so annoying. All they do is bitch over in Cleveland.
hmm And the Steelers aren't good.
No, the Steelers aren't good. And to score
just the
10
worst Steelers
points
team.
against them,
I know.
like, you're supposed to show them who's boss. This is the year.
Hmm
You're supposed to show, and you did it last year when they were a better team.
Yep. Your guys are healthy too now. Baker played, Chubb played. Odell got in there. So there's no excuses.
No, and Odell should have been traded today because he just needs to be off that team. If I never saw a storyline of Odell Beckham ever again, I would be so happy.
I feel like I haven't, like all year almost.
I know, but then when it comes around, all this stuff is so annoying. I don't give a crap about any of it. Like today, did you see LeBron was tweeting at Cleveland
I did see that.
to hashtag free OBJ? Also, isn't LeBron from Cleveland? Doesn't he want him to stay in Cleveland? That was the dumbest tweet I've ever seen. I was like, LeBron, aren't you
I
a
don't
Browns fan? Well,
No,
actually, I guess he's
LeBron-
a Cowboys fan, isn't he?
I don't even know what LeBron is. He just loves to stick his nose into everything.
He's got to stick his nose in every. Yeah, he does. I agree.
What was the one hashtag that he used? I forget what it was. What it was in response to, but like hashtag just my thoughts from.
Oh
a
yes,
sports junkie.
yes. It was something super long. It was like a whole tweet, only it was a hashtag. Also, we gotta I gotta mention that the Jaguars. How could you possibly be a fan of the Jaguars?
I don't know. Outside of one season, it's just been literal torture.
I mean, they can't buy a win. They're facing the worst defense that has Geno Smith at the helm, and they still couldn't win.
Yeah. And I mean, is Trevor Lawrence just not good? Do we need to give him more time? Or is he
Well, we definitely need to
not
give him
good?
more time. I think all these guys we got to give them more time. Like, besides Mac, of course, he's goated. But these guys, I don't even know what's up with the Jaguars. Like, they have the receivers. I guess they don't have an offensive line very much. I don't know. I feel like they have good defensive players too.
No, they don't.
Well, clearly they don't. I'm done with them though. I'm done with them. They're like, this week was just I'm done with all these teams. The Bengals I still like though, even though they lost to the new GOAT.
Yeah, it's unexplainable.
That was just a weird game. I think once anyone loses to the Jets, I think it's unexplainable. There's just no explaining how you lost to the Jets.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember the Rams did it last year, and they were a good team. It took out him out of not getting Trevor Lawrence.
Jets.
Yeah, that's what made him not get Trevor Lawrence.
It just, yeah, I don't know. Because the Jets are on that same tier of like just complete garbage teams. I feel like, and somehow have pulled 2 wins out.
And good for them. Good for them. That's what it's about.
All the power to them.
Yeah, any given Sunday. That's what it's all about. I'm ready to say Justin Fields sucks too.
Yeah, I think we were both pretty wrong about that one.
We were dead wrong about that one. I could never have been more wrong on draft day. Never have been more wrong.
None of our predictions were very good.
Hey, it's the name of the game. They're also, I guess I didn't even watch this game, by the way, the Sunday Night Football game, because the World Series was on and baseball Brad's out. So
Love to hear it.
I didn't even watch this game, but I was looking through my third fantasy league that I only care about one, by the way. No, anyone that ever like talks to me about other ones, I feel really bad because I'm like, I can't care about it. It doesn't have a trophy involved, so I can't care about it. But I was looking at that one, and I was like, why does Dak have 0? It's the middle of the third quarter, and I was like, oh, they just decided to healthy scratch him.
Rush.
Yeah, and
It wasn't a healthy scratch.
well, I don't know what not healthy scratch him, but he didn't play.
Yeah.
What does he mess up his calf?
An unhealthy scratch.
Yes, an unhealthy scratch. I guess good for Cooper. Good for his family. That's what I gotta say.
For his family.
I'm sure his family had a great night that night
I'm sure they
after
did.
winning a Sunday Night Football game. So good for
The
Cooper.
Vikings. I was almost back in on the Vikings too.
No, they're done.
You
They're
can't-
dead to me too.
You can't lose to Cooper Rush at home.
I guess.
I mean,
the cat,
Kirk is just such a depressing story on prime time. So like we should have seen this coming.
Oh, and
He just
the
doesn't
best
win.
stat of last night was that Daniel Jones is officially 0-7 in primetime games. No one in NFL history has ever been 0-7 in primetime games as a starting quarterback. So,
That's a shame.
congrats, Daniel Jones. You are the first. You're one of one, as they say.
I love Daniel Jones. He might be my favorite NFL player.
You know what sucks? The Thursday Night Football this week.
Yeah, and like they teased us for a second because we had a good game last week, and now it's just back to
shit.
a game that nobody wants to watch, and there'll be no baseball on.
Man. That's an NBA night for me, I think.
You get to watch Carson Wentz versus Mike White.
I have no interest in that game whatsoever. It's not even like when it's two bad quarterbacks, like maybe it's like at least they have a good running back or a good defensive player that we can watch. It's like, nope. These teams just suck. There's no one interesting on either side of the football for either of these teams. Besides Mike White,
Yeah,
honestly.
because you don't like and Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz is fun.
That's true. But I can't stand watching him. He's just such a buffoon.
It just gives me like anxiety almost watching him play.
Yeah, I get nervous.
It just it hurts to watch.
I'm just glad he's not my quarterback.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, hell, you'd take him.
I
You
wouldn't
wouldn't
give
take
up
Wentz?
anything for him.
No, but
I
you'd
mean, I'd
take
take.
him.
Yeah, I'd take him, but they'd have to give up something to get him.
That's true. All right, that's all I really got. Let's talk about baseball. I'm excited to talk about baseball, actually.
Okay.
It's actually been super, super interesting. I've loved watching it so far, and I watched the all the way until the last couple Red Sox games, and then I was like, damn, I'm out. And then I started in. I was watching my roommate's a Braves fan. We've been watching all the games. It's been really fun. I still don't know any players. I don't have any. As of right now, I have no intention of knowing any players. But the baseball's fun.
So you don't even know that the Braves' best player has been hurt all year?
No, I did know that. I don't live under a rock. I know that.
Okay.
And they're making this miracle run, which you might be one of the only people in the world that don't want them to win.
Some account posted like a map when the World Series started, and it was like who everyone's rooting for in the World Series, and there was like a little orange dot in Houston, and the rest of the map was blue, and I was like, see, not quite, because there's a little dot in Pennsylvania, and probably in New York too, that's rooting against the Braves.
Is it
I have forgiven the Astros for all of the cheating.
Just because the Braves are in your division?
Yeah, I mean, imagine the team that you hate. I mean, the Patriots don't hate anybody, but let's say the Sixers. You hate the Sixers, right?
Yeah, I do hate the Sixers. Yeah, but if the Sixers were facing like, I don't know, because I guess there's no big cheaters. If like the Lakers cheated 2 years ago to win that bubble, I would definitely root for the Sixers over the Lakers. But that's another bad one. That's a bad one too, just because I hate the Sixers, and I'm technically supposed to hate the Lakers, but I like LeBron.
What about Clemson?
If it was Clemson, I
Clemson's
don't care who would
Alabama.
be cheating. No, I wouldn't care.
Yeah,
I'd root for Alabama every time.
There we go.
That's fair.
So and there's very few teams too. Like in baseball, it would be the Braves and the Mets, be the only ones I think that I would root for the cheaters over. And it just so happens that here the Braves are. And when I say that I've completely forgiven them, I could care less that they cheated. Like, I am the world's biggest Astros fan right now, and it's killing me. Because they're better.
They are. I mean, technically, they are a better team. I can't get over I just don't like their orange, blue. Like, I don't know. After the cheating, their whole stigma is just right out of the window. I have no interest.
That's how I felt too. But I'm a born again Astros fan.
Born again Astros fan. That's pretty funny.
And I thought it was over the other night on Sunday night. Like when the Braves hit the grand slam, I was like, I turned the game off. I was like, I can't watch this. Started doing homework, checked my phone. It's 4-4.
Luckily,
I was like, all right,
you must have forgotten that the Braves are from Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, I know, but the same thing happened the last series against LA.
Yeah, that's true.
3-1, lost game 5, and then won game 6.
So you think it's over tonight?
Like, I don't know. What do you say?
You think it's over tonight?
I can't.
You're breaking up real quick.
I think I'm just don't have an answer. I don't think I'm breaking up.
Oh, you just don't have an answer. Okay.
No.
Yeah, your visual's been breaking up the whole time. Your audio's been fine, but your visual's been breaking up there the whole time. Anyways, so you just don't know. You don't. I don't know either. I think
I don't. It's hard for me to make predictions when I have a dog in the race. When I care.
Fair.
I think I will say that I'm nervous and I have a bad feeling.
I will say that considering the Braves shouldn't be there, but I feel like they have to take care of business tonight. If he goes to game 7,
it's trouble.
Yeah, if they go to 7, because if they go to 7, it's the blown the 3-1 lead. It's the Atlanta curse. It's all that crap comes up, and it's just it's not a good look. So
I would feel bad for Atlanta fans if I didn't think that they were just all losers. Like, I think it's such a lame sports town. From the tomahawk chop to the Falcons pumping in crowd noise to the Hawks having the lamest home court advantage in all of the NBA. I just think it sucks. I don't think they deserve anything. So I hope that they all go home unhappy and they blow another lead, and nothing would bring me more pleasure.
The
And now they're probably gonna win because I said that. So
it probably will. You are cursing yourself.
lovely.
This Red Sox season has been. It was very nice to see this team that has been on and off all year. And it was nice. It was gravy beating the Yankees, and then watching them beat the Rays, and then keep going. But could you imagine if the Red Sox were in it and I had you on my side? Oh,
yeah, I know. We'd be in it. We'd be in it together.
We would have been in it together. So that's a damn shame. But I don't really have like I would like to see because my roommate's a Braves fan. I wouldn't mind seeing them win. So I would just say bro Braves. But that's funny that you're the sole American that wants the Astros to win. But do you think other Phillies do you know other Phillies fans that want the Braves to lose as well?
Yes, I do. And I know Mets fans that feel the same way.
All right. There you go. All right, that's fair.
Nationals fans, I don't think are passionate enough about baseball.
And they just won. They don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Let's talk some basketball real quick. Because your Zards...
we still got a top 5 to get to.
Oh, I know. We'll just get to real quick. Real quick. We're only 46 minutes in. Oh, wait. That's a stream. We're 35 minutes in on the pod. Basketball has been depressing. I hate basketball. It's a bad sport. Let's just not talk about it anymore.
Can't relate.
What really is starting to scare me is that, I mean, maybe just Tatum, but just isn't the next Kobe Bryant. So I lay at night now. I lay at night now, just like, is Tatum not going to be Kobe Bryant?
I tried to warn you like 4 years ago that he was overrated. And finally,
and now Marcus Smart's coming out saying like he's just tired of standing around. It's like maybe it's because you can't shoot, Marcus, or make any plays that aren't defense or hustle plays. Jaylen Brown's the best player.
Oh yeah,
Jaylen Brown's by far the best player on the team. And you know who the second best player on the team is? The goddamn Al Horford. The corpse of Al Horford is much better than anyone else on this team.
Al gave the Wizards some issues.
He was posting people up. He was getting to grit and dirty. I love Al Horford. And the other thing that sucks is right before the season I ordered a Tatum jersey.
Oh, curse.
I know. I gotta stop buying Celtics jerseys.
Curse.
I have the jersey curse.
You have an IT.
IT traded literally that summer. Kemba hurt his back the second I bought it.
I forgot that Kemba was even on that team. Honestly,
dude, and they have they're kind of deep now. Like they kind of have some role players, but the role players got to do something. And I mean, people are always like, "Oh, like you guys got Schroeder for such a good deal." It's like actually, he just makes $5 million because he sucks.
Guys are 12th in the East right now.
In the East, and we just blew a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter to the Bulls. They scored 36, and we scored 9 in the fourth quarter. Or 11. 39 and 11 in the fourth quarter. I don't care what team you're facing. That's not okay. That's illegal. We lost to the freaking Raptors, who suck. The Raptors are not good. Let me look at the other Celtics. Who else we lost to? Because
you lost to the Wizards twice.
Yes, we did lose to the Wizards twice. We're going to lose to OKC whenever we play them. That is just a given. We play the Magic tomorrow. We're probably losing to them. We had a great game against the Hornets. We beat the Rockets. Cool. Raptors blew us out by 30. And the freaking Knicks beat us. So.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I have no,
you don't have
energy
to,
for you.
You don't have to feel sorry either.
Okay.
They're just not good. Yeah, you don't have to feel sorry. I don't think they're good. I'm like, but I'm depressed.
The world is crashing.
Because... I love watching basketball, and now watching this team hurts my eyes. Because I feel like it's like Do they know they've been playing together for 4 years, all of them? It's been the same team for 4 years pretty
Apparently
much.
not.
Just missed well, at least the core players have been the same for 4 years. And they Jaylen Brown and Tatum just could not play with each other. And Smart doesn't benefit anybody. So I don't know I'm just depressed.
You need to give Bruno some more minutes.
Bruno's in the G League now. He's on the Maine Celtics. Who the Maine Celtics changed their name from the Red Claws to just the Maine Celtics, and it's a blue crustacean. It's way worse. I still rep Crustacean Nation though, so
That's no Capital City Go-Go.
Capital City Go-Go's stupid. Really, really dumb.
You're just not cultured, I guess. You don't understand.
What is the Go-Go?
Go-Go is like a type of music in DC, I think.
You just pulled that one out of your ass.
Oh, I didn't.
Just kidding.
I didn't.
That's fair. Nothing will beat the 86ers.
87ers?
87ers, yeah. The 87ers are the best ones. Anyways, my whole world's crashing. At least the Bucks are just as bad with us, so that's cool.
Yeah, but they have Giannis, and they just want a ring, so.
No, I'm aware. But we have the next Kobe Bryant. He just hasn't figured out how to put
Sure.
He just can't. He doesn't go to the rim, and he thinks he's a good 3-point shooter when he's not.
Tell him.
I am right now. I am right now. We need more Pritchard on this team. I want to see Neesmith. I want to see Bruno. I need to see some Romeo Langford sooner rather than later. ASAP. And then other than that, that's all I got.
I have a bunch of guys that, like, for some reason I think are good. Like, yes. Romeo Langford and Pritchard, I guess because they were good in college. Like, I just think they're good.
Yeah, same. Others, I guess, surprises would be the Grizzlies have looked great. The Hornets have looked great. And the Zards. The Zards have looked great.
I'm excited. Look really good. Off game last night.
They I wanna apologize to Kyle Kuzma.
Thank you.
Because I called him Luzma all off season.
Yep.
And he turned around.
And I told you not to. And he kept doing it.
Yep. And I kept doing it, and then he beat us twice.
Now he's the best rebounder in the NBA.
He's so funny looking.
So, he is funny looking, and he's hard to watch.
Oh, I'm sure. The reason why he's funny looking is because he looks like he would just like go to our high school. Just like walk around the hallways. Act like
he looks like the kid who shows up, who skips class and then comes into gym class and like hucks up a couple threes. And then
does heroin behind the school. Just kidding. Not that badly. But yeah, and his tattoos look terrible.
Yeah, he's
right now I'm like looking at his face, I feel like for like the first time in like a year, and he just looks so goofy. Such a goofy looking person. But hey, he's hooping.
Yeah, I mean they are a fun team to watch though. And like KCP, when KCP looks when he's on, he's like actually a good player.
I told you that. Remember
you
were like, I'm not it. I told you that they were gonna be fun. And Spencer Dinwiddie's I love watching Spencer Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie I'm not super impressed with, to be completely honest.
I mean, I don't know how he's been doing. I haven't watched every game, of course, of the Wizards, but I just think I like his fro, and I just like him running around.
And Beal has been, like, not that great. Like, he's putting up numbers. He's not shooting the ball well. And they're still 5-2. And Bertans is just as awful as he was last year, so that's good to see that nothing changed on that front.
How's the Gonzaga rookie?
He hit his first 3 last night.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
It's not a good sign at all.
Who else you guys got? Is Thomas Bryant back, or is he not back yet?
No, he'll be back in December at some point.
Oh,
but
how's the Prince?
The X factor has been Montrezl Harrell. We'll talk about the Prince in a second.
But that's fine.
Harrell has been the most exciting basketball player that this team has seen since like rookie John Wall.
You know why? Because he has an attitude.
He does. He plays with so much fire. It's so fun to watch.
Because
They needed somebody like that.
it's contagious.
It is contagious, yeah. Like the fans love him. After the first game, they loved him because he got a tech for John and Drake.
I like Montrezl Harrell. I've always liked Montrezl Harrell too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this funny. This team's like deep for the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a Wizards team is deep.
Yeah,
And
they have bench guys that aren't like complete shitters.
is
So,
Gafford didn't tear his ACL, did he?
no, he's back.
Word.
He's a loose cannon. Like
He's
sometimes
way-
he looks really good, and he'll swat someone away and be like, "Look at Gafford, he's so good." And then other times he just looks completely lost. So he's got some maturing to do, but I like him a lot. Like you need a good athletic center.
Well, and if Harrell's there,
Shoot.
you can teach him how to be aggressive.
Yeah, Harold. And once Bryant gets back, they got a little three-headed monster down there. They still don't have Rui back, which I don't know what's going on with him.
I was about to say, where's Rui at?
Nobody knows.
You know what's funny? The city loves Hachimura. Because I know I do.
I don't like him.
You don't like
I
him?
Cam Reddish. Every time I watch Cam Reddish play, it just makes me sad.
Oh, that's true.
Cam Reddish looks so awesome.
That's true. But whenever you're at a home game and Hachimura's name gets called, though, crowd's going wild.
He's out for personal issues, and I don't know what that means.
That's interesting. I'm
Like,
looking
no
at his
one
name
knows.
right now. It says he's working his way back with individual workouts.
Well, there was one report that a team insider was literally like, "Yeah, his name is kind of taboo around here.
That's not good.
No one knows what the hell's going on."
That's not good.
No, it's not good at all.
You know who wouldn't have done that?
Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish. Speaking of Cam Reddish and his teammate, Fat Zion, or his former teammate, Fat Zion.
Oh yeah, I guess they were on that team.
The
I don't know what's going. I just know that he's fat. I don't know what's happening.
he's not playing because he's fat, and the Pelicans suck. So that's about it.
They're really bad.
No, and there was no reason for them to be good. There was nothing on there. Like, you look at their roster, it's not like you're like, oh, this is a good team. Nah, it's really not.
No, it's really.
There's nothing really good about this team.
there was hope with them because like after the Anthony Davis trade, it's like, oh, look, they have all these pieces now. Lonzo's gone.
Yep.
Zion's hurt and fat.
Ingram is like doing his thing, but he's not a number one. Remember when people thought he was gonna be Kevin Durant? That was funny.
Yeah. I mean, I liked him.
I liked him too,
I still think he's
and
a
I
good
still
player,
like him.
but-
No, I still like him. I just don't think he could do it alone.
No, and he has literally no help.
No, he's got Devontae Graham as his second best player, or Jonas Valanciunas, which I do like Jonas Valanciunas, but again, he's not pushing the needle to anyone.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And then, yeah, so Fat Zion is just there. That's all I had. That's all I know about him is that he's just there rehabbing. All right.
I want to see him get back on the court.
I
want to
see him play.
I know. I do too.
Also, we got to see Wiseman out there. Now that we're talking about basketball, we got to see Wiseman out there, and we got to see Clay back.
Yeah. Where is Clay?
I think he's coming like later by Christmas.
Team looks dangerous.
The Warriors team,
They're gonna be a problem. Yeah.
they're gonna be good, especially if they can get Kuminga playing well, and like Jordan Poole is all of a sudden, Sixth Man of the Year candidate. Otto Porter Jr.'s back.
Iguodala.
Iguodala. Yeah, Otto Porter Jr.'s back. He's been in hibernation since he left the Wizards. Now he's back.
He was in hibernation when he was on the Wizards.
Oh yeah, but that was the only reason why I knew who he was.
Right.
He's on the Wizards. But Andrew Wiggins has not been bad. He's getting better and better. So cool, good for that. But yeah, long story short, NBA season just started. Let's get into our top five.
We're pushing it. World Series coming on.
I didn't know the opening pitch is in like 2 minutes. All right, we'll get this done then. Let's get our top five. I don't remember who went first last time. I came up with the time. So
You
I'll
had
go
the
first.
idea, so
Yeah, I'll go first.
Well, I was gonna be nice, and then you just claimed it. So
And
I will go first, and my first pick.
all right,
You
the
go
top 5 for the
first.
week is top 5 pet peeves. My number 1, especially when I'm riding a bike, is slow walkers. I hate slow walkers. They are the
It's mine
worst.
too.
Yeah, I'm sure it
That's my
was.
first one
I'm
as
glad
well.
I went first. Yeah, the slow
It's
walk,
brutal.
it's
You know where
awful.
it's the worst for me is in the dining hall.
Oh, the
Because when I
dining hall.
get in there and I'm hungry,
Oh,
like I'm on a mission to go sit down, and people
Mhm.
just take up so much space. Like I'm looking around, I'm like, come on, let's go. It doesn't take that long.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And walking down the sidewalk is like impossible because
Hmm.
there's all these, and it's like groups of girls just like taking up the whole sidewalk. Sometimes it's groups of guys doing it. And when I'm biking by, those motherfuckers are rude. They see me biking by and do
Yeah, they
not
look at you
move.
like you're the problem.
Yeah, like I'm not the one in a vehicle.
Hmm.
Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah,
I feel like
slow.
I have so much awareness as a pedestrian, and other people just don't have it.
Oh, that's the worst part.
Oh.
If I can do it, you can do it. So there should be no excuse.
Nope. All right, my new number one will be when people keep talking to you, even though you're sending signals that you don't want to be spoken to.
Yeah, I had
And
that.
I think this is probably mainly when I'm like watching a game and like it's really close down to the wire, and someone's just like, "So did you see like this thing on Twitter?" And I'm like, "Shut up! I'm trying to watch this game."
It's the worst when you have headphones in and you do the old, and then you put it
Uh-huh.
like you say your thing, and then you put it back on. The putting back
Right.
on means stop talking to me.
Yeah.
The putting back on does not it doesn't invite you to ask me another question so I can take off my headphones again to answer something else I don't care about.
Right. And I feel like I'm pretty good. Maybe I'm just not good at sending the signals, but I feel like I am. Like if someone tries to say something funny, I'll just be like, then immediately like ignore it, and then they just keep going. I'm like, how much clearer can I be? Because I'm not one to tell people to be quiet. Like,
No, yeah, I'm not gonna look at someone and just be like, "Hey, will you shut up?" All right, this next one. This one happened recently. Close talkers. It's the
Seinfeld.
It's the Seinfeld episode. If you've seen it, you know what it is. And if you've ever experienced one, they are right up to your face.
It's tough.
They do not move. And literally, like there was someone that I was talking to. They were so close to me. Like if I put my face at a normal level, I would have like kissed them in the lips. I was talking like this. I was like, yeah, that's pretty sick. And then the worst is when you step back, they just step right next to you.
Like,
They
follow
put
you.
one foot forward in front of the other and go right next to you. It's
You can feel their breath on your face,
oh,
like a
it's
little bit of spit
if
flying
you
in.
if there's spit on the face, that's way too far. way too far.
Be too
So-
close. You mean.
Wait, you're right. Not far enough. All right. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah,
Close
that one's
talkers.
brutal. My number two will be when somebody doesn't stop asking questions or is arguing with the professor, and everybody else is just sitting there like, "All right, come on,
That's the
let's go."
worst. The
Especially when they're
actual
obvious
worst.
questions. I feel like like I'm so high and mighty sometimes in class. If someone asks a question, I'm just like, "Oh, we just went over that."
Dude, so do
Like
I.
I have to roll my eyes though.
And it's getting to a point where it's if I'm paying attention, you should be paying attention. Should be no reason that if I'm understanding this simple thing that we have to do, and not only like I could get it's like, oh, I was a little unclear about that, but they're like, I just have no idea, and it's like, dude, this is like the easiest concept we have all year. What are you asking about? The worst possible question is like the teacher says like this is what's gonna be on the test, blah 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 blah. 5 minutes later, what's gonna be on the test? It's like, dude, we just spent half a class going over it. Or they said it 3 times. And the best is when the teacher's pissed. When the teacher's pissed, you're like,
everyone's
all
on the same side. They're just
Yeah.
like, "Shut up, buddy. Come on now."
it's the worst.
And when people ask questions that like aren't related either, and then it just sparks a whole discussion
Oh,
that doesn't matter, and I'm just like, "All right, time for me to zone out for 10
Literally,
minutes."
it's a whole tangent. Every time that like someone does that, I'm just like, all right, time to not pay attention. for 5 minutes. It.
But then I got caught lacking, and like we'll be back on the main subject and be like, huh?
Oh
What's
yeah,
going
all
on now?
because all of a sudden like you're looking at your phone, it's like you look up and you're like, we're back on the main stuff.
Right?
Crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
bothering
right.
my schoolwork. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Right.
All right. This next one is people who don't know how to take care of animals. Don't buy one if you don't know how to own one. Like
True.
all right. This is actually like this is way worse than a pet peeve. This should be like something like PETA calling because when I visited Tennessee, this we were staying at my roommate's cousin's place, and her roommate was random, kept a dog in her room all day long, like a German Shepherd puppy.
What?
It was awful. I was like ready to call. I was a little sadder tone on the pod, but I was ready to call. I was ready to call the cops, bro. That was awful. But even if like you don't know how to take care of a fish, like clean the damn fish bowl. Like don't buy a pet if you don't know how to take care of it. That's my pet peeve.
There are dogs like outside my apartment. We have a view like right into the courtyard, and people will bring their dogs out, and the dogs will just like maul each other. And the owners will just like stand there like chumming it up, and my roommates and I are like, "What is going on out there?" Like serious dog fights.
They're like fighting each other. Michael Vick's down
Yeah,
there putting money
no
on
one, yeah, he's just sitting there with binoculars.
it. Putting money on it.
Like I don't know, maybe it's because my dog's not a fighter, but
Also,
none of them get hurt.
yeah,
Like
no.
I wouldn't want to see my dog like literally like biting another dog's neck.
Yeah, it's the principle of it. And you know, kids in college, they're like, "Oh, I can get whatever animal this is. It won't be that hard." And then all of a sudden, it's like they have a rabbit that they haven't seen in 3 days because they've been on a bender for the whole weekend.
I would like a fish though.
I want a fish.
My apartment could use.
No,
a
I
fish.
want a fish. But I could take
My
care of it.
number- Yeah, it's not that hard.
No,
Just
exactly,
Need
but-
a bowl.
Yeah, people don't know how to do it, man. People don't get it.
All right, my number 3 is when people take forever to say like a very simple thing, or just to offer nothing at all. That drives me nuts. If someone's sitting there, and like there's this one kid in one of my classes that every time he raises his hand, I'm just like, ugh, here we go. And he talks for 2 minutes about nothing. I'm just like, that's just a waste. I'm a big like time efficiency guy. So when someone wastes my time, it just makes me so mad.
The worst is like if you're trying to decide something and there's that one guy that whirls up and just has a whole sentence that has nothing to do with any of it, and you're just like,
Yeah.
if you're not gonna help, do not talk.
Yeah, no, that's actually why I thought of it, because the other day I like asked someone for advice, and they basically just gave me this whole spiel about what I already knew. Like they basically just explained this, and they were like, "Yeah, like the same thing happened to me," and like blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Okay, so what's the point?" And they're like, "Yeah, but I don't know how you should phrase it." Like, all right, well, that was the whole question. Was how should I phrase it?
That's funny.
Yeah, that pisses me
That is
off.
annoying. All right, number 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah. People who don't try things. Just try it. Like, I like, especially, no, it bothers me. I don't mind it if they don't try something, but it's like, it bothers me when they say they don't like it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, then I'm
Yep,
like, well, have you ever
that's
tried it?
annoying.
He's like, nah. And then I'm like, well, then try it. And they go, no.
Mhm.
It's like, then
Yeah,
don't.
no, it's gross.
They do not allowed to complain about it or even mention it ever. I never want to hear you talk about any opinions if you haven't tried it. If you haven't tried anything, I don't want to hear your opinions on it.
Yeah, good call. It's like people who complain about politics don't vote.
Yeah, or that don't pay attention to it.
Nothing to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing to
What are
say.
you complaining about?
Like if you're like at a restaurant, you're like, oh, that's like you're looking at your menu, like, oh, that sounds really good, and they're like, that like, and they're like across the table, like, ugh, and you're like, you ever had it? And they're like, no, and it's just like I want to like throw my whole bowl at them, and just like, ugh, worst. All right,
That's a good pick. This one actually might make me the most angry on my list. Coming in at number 4, it's when people tell me that I'm in a bad mood or ask me like, why am I? So
all right, I'll
grumpy?
combine just so we don't waste it on. I'll combine this one with it. It's when they say the 2 words, calm down. When they say calm down, I blow my top off every time. Even if I wasn't mad beforehand, if people tell me
Well,
to
that's
calm
the
down.
thing, is that usually I'm not.
Yeah.
Because I don't get mad very often, and it'll be like my sister, and I'll come downstairs after, I don't know, like taking a nap or something, be like, why are you in such a bad mood? I'm like, what? I didn't say anything. I'm in a bad, and then it's like, yeah, now I'm in a bad
Yeah,
mood.
now I'm
You
in a
said I
bad
was in a
mood.
bad mood.
God. No,
But yeah,
yeah.
that makes me. Or I'll have like one sarcastic remark, be like, oh, somebody's in a bad mood.
It's like,
Whatever.
no, it's like, yeah, it's like, why are you so cranky? It's like, I'm actually not. And then it's like, it's
It's a catch-22 because then you are grumpy.
yes.
But it's just because somebody said that.
Some
So
dumbass told you to
it
calm
makes me
down.
so mad.
All right. My brother knew that from an early age that if he told me to calm down, that I'd just lose my mind. He'll never stop telling me to calm
Yeah.
down. All right. My last one, it's a tough pick because they're both honorable mentions. So I don't know what to do. All right, I'm gonna go with Backstreet Drivers. Backseat drivers are awful, and I really have never like actually experienced one until I was a driver for one of our parties, and I'm driving people. Mm-hmm. Someone in the back's just like, "Oh, you could have turned there." It's like I could have, not drive you. So get out of my car. Like,
yeah. How about I just crash the car?
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
How about that? Jesus, people are the worst.
And like passengers that are disrespectful to the car. Like if someone is riding in my passenger seat and puts their feet up, that does not make me happy.
It's funny.
Or like messes with the worst is when if I turn the volume down and like a minute later they go and they turn it back up. That actually makes me want to crash the car.
Well, that's just a FU.
Yeah.
That's blatant disrespect.
I know.
I'll mess with the volume and ask them. I'll be like, hey, can I turn it up a little bit? Mm-hmm. Ask them. But if like you deliberately turn it down and then I just go up and turn it back up.
Yeah, even if they turn it up without asking and then that's not the end of the world. I'll just turn it down. But if they don't take the hint and go back for it, I'm like, no, that doesn't fly here.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
All right, my last one. Let's see, I don't know which one to use because I have 6 honorable mentions. This is tough. I'm gonna go with this one because I think I tweeted about it once. It's when people wish someone a happy birthday in a group chat. I don't know why it bothers me so much, but like,
unless that's your group chat thing.
People have to know that you're a nice person and you're wishing them a happy.
That's a good point. I'm the way with like posting on your story, and this is a catch-22 because I have
that written down too.
I like it when of course, who doesn't like it when someone posts about your birthday on their story? But I also am not gonna do it. I will text you personally, tell you happy birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I feel like that is way more personal, and I don't need a collage every time it's your birthday to throw it up. That's how I feel about it, and also. If they cared it was your birthday, they would wish you happy birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no one's like, I don't know. No one's looking at someone's Instagram story and is like, or Snapchat story and is like, oh, like it's like, I don't know, it's Jeffrey's birthday. Let me go add him and then tell him happy birthday. Like, If it's someone I already got added on, they already know it's dumb. I think it's stupid. The worst of the worst is when people post on their Instagram stories, happy birthday, and that I don't really care about. But when the person whose birthday it is posted on their story.
I have that written down too.
Because then you're just bragging.
When somebody reposts everything that people posted for their birthday.
I do not care about it. And it's like, it's also like those messages, like if, it's for their story and it's for you. I don't care. Mm-hmm. I'm like, am I looking through them like going, oh my God. Jerry, wished him a happy birthday. He's so cool. I can't believe him. He really got him to do it. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, it does. It really does bother me. You just gotta scroll through them and be like, wow.
Also, I clearly, like, if you see my Instagram,
high horse.
If you've seen my Instagram story, you can clearly tell I don't care about posting on that. But when you post too much on the Snapchat story, it's a little annoying.
Yeah.
The Snapchat makes it, like, I think it's purposely the Snapchat that makes it worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, but it does. It bothers me. All right. Honorable mentions. The only one I have left is just bragging. Oh, and then people who have no idea what they're doing.
It's like in any
Just in general.
context.
Yeah. If you're talking, you don't know what you're talking about, just stop talking.
That does bother me when someone tries to pretend like they know what they're talking about.
Especially when it comes to sports. Because they this is going to be, like, this is about, it's going to be so mean, but, like, they come up to me like, oh, like, you have a podcast and stuff, and then they, like, try to talk to me about, like, they're, like, trying to fish my opinions out. That's what really bothers me. Oh, this should be number freaking one. The number one is number one of all time for both of us. You know exactly what it is. If you come up to me and say, oh, are you still doing that podcast? We're not friends anymore. We are done. We are no longer friends. I no longer want to talk to you or ever communicate with you ever again. Because if you pretend like you're friends with me or know where anything about me on social media, clearly I'm still doing the podcast. That's number one.
That one bothers me too. It hasn't happened to me much, honestly.
Not in a while.
But when it happens, it's so annoying.
It is.
And it's like they're surprised too. It's like, oh, are you still doing it?
It's like, what do you mean, oh, am I still doing it? I only post it twice a week on my Instagram, Snapchat, and every other story that I have. God.
Yeah, it's really annoying. I used to be bothered by people that would ask to come on too. Like, oh, I gotta get my appearance on there. It's like, okay.
At this point, I can't even be annoyed about it because, like, I have almost everyone asks.
Everyone that finds out, it's like, oh, can I hop on?
Oh, and it's like, hey, man, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm trying. And especially because it's like, you know, we're two different guys that go to two different schools, and it's like, you know, friends that I made here that want to go on. It's like, you have no, like, it's really not. It's not your, like, I don't know what you're going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, especially, I guess, like, I get it if, like, you have to prove it to me if you want to be on the pod. Mm-hmm. If we have good sports conversations and I accept that you're on the pod, hey, I'll throw you on the pod. But if it's the second time you're meeting me, don't ask to be on my podcast.
Yep. I always ask. I say, well, what are we talking about? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, I could talk about sports. Yeah, okay.
All right. I have a list of honorable mentions here.
Go for it.
When someone is playfully rude that I don't know like that, I'm like, all right, whatever. It's like,
yeah, if you don't know them like that,
you all the time. But if I don't know someone that well and they're mean to me, like in a playful way, that pisses me off.
I like to think I'm not mean, but I'm kind of a dickhead. But I do it in a sarcastic stance, just not to random people. I know what you're saying.
But not like rude. And there's a difference.
No, I know what you mean.
So.
Yesterday, I wasn't actually mad, but I yelled at my roommate because he was like, "Oh, there's football on tonight." I just opened up the door. I was like, "What are you talking about, man? It's the same thing every week." I was like, "It's Monday, Thursday, Sunday, every week," and I just went ballistic.
That just reminded me of another one for some reason. It's when we're watching a game and somebody asks which team is at home. It's so obvious which team is at home. Like, just look at the field. That bothers me so. My grandparents do that all the time.
Shut up, Gramps. Look at the field.
All right.
All right, start naming off yours, yeah.
When I tell someone what time I'm going to be somewhere and they're not there and ready, like if I say, all right, I'm leaving now, and like if I'm meeting you somewhere, then all you have to do is come downstairs and I say I'm leaving now, you should be downstairs by the time I get there because I've given you time. You know how far away I am. All you have to do is walk downstairs. Don't give me that, oh, I'll be down in a minute. I told you that I was coming, so you should be on time. That bothers me.
Yeah, I do that too much.
Really, that does it. When somebody reposts, already did that one. When people assume that something you say is like political, that bothers me a lot. Not even something that I say necessarily, but just like something it happens on Twitter all the time, where people just instantly make something political. And it's like it's really not. People already said that one. When people don't rinse their dishes and then put them in the dishwasher, that one bothers me a lot.
I also find it really, like, the worst is when you're sitting around and, like, you know, you have what, 4 roommates?
Right, yeah.
And then like one of them comes up and you're like, "Oh, is this plate yours?" And you just look at me like, "Nope, not mine," because it's like, and it's like it's been out there for 2 days, and you're just like, "It's not mine." That's always annoying.
Yeah. And then my last one is when people have obnoxiously loud conversations in public. And they're always like weirdos that do it.
And it's obnoxiously loud or FaceTiming or FaceTime without headphones.
There was a kid at the library the other day on a phone call. And I was like, dude, you're at the library. You can't be on a phone call.
That's ridiculous.
And like there's people working together. So like it's not silent in there. I don't want to hear you talk to somebody on your phone.
No, neither do I. I don't want to hear you talk to someone. I always feel embarrassed whenever I'm talking to someone on my phone in public. Or like
The only time I don't is if I'm walking.
No, if I'm walking, that's a different
and I'm
story.
talking, that's fine.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, if I take a phone call, I'm always like walking into my room to do it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So that would top the list.
Perfect. That was a solid top 5 to be back on. It's
yeah, we needed that.
It is good to be back. We have to figure. Oh wait, never mind. That's in 2 weeks. I'll be Good Friday.
Okay.
All right. We'll see everyone on Friday.